Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to talk about the current tag team division in the WWE. Now, if you haven't been paying attention when Raw's on, if you're staring at the goddamn wall, they have been focusing heavily on the tag team division. Usually, every single week on Raw, a tag team match with legitimate tag teams, not just thrown together teams, legitimate tag teams are actually in tag team matches. It's not just like Cena, Orton, and Kane versus Mysterio, JBL, and Michael Cole. You know, it's not just a thrown together match that no one cares about. It's a match with legitimate tag teams. And what I want to talk about is the current state of the tag team division. I'm going to give my thoughts on it, and what I want you to do is give me your thoughts on it below and all that stuff. So let's get into it. Now, let's talk about the unconfirmed tag teams. What I mean by unconfirmed is I don't know if they're actually tag teams. Biggie Langston and Mark Henry. They teamed like for a week, and I guess they went their separate ways because they haven't been together since. And I don't know if they're a legitimate tag team. I read a report that it said they want Big E versus Mark for the Intercontinental title at the Royal Rumble. But I guess they kind of split up this week. Maybe they'll be back together next week, but I don't really know, so I'm not sure if they're a real tag team, if you get what I'm saying. Big Show, Mysterio, they've been tag team partners 2 times so far this week, and I hope they're a tag team, because Big Show needs to stay the fuck away from the main event, and Mysterio, he's just there for me, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about those 2 unconfirmed teams. Now, the actually confirmed teams, Tons of Funk, Brodus Clay, and Ice-T, Lord Tensai, whatever you want to call him, with the Funkadactyl, sorry about that. You know, this is a jobber team. I don't really care for it. I think they're heels. Brodus Clay got mad because Xavier Woods stole his theme music, but I don't really care. So, there's nothing really more to be said about Tons of Funk. Let's talk about the Shield. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose. The Shield. Believe in that. And believe in the Shield. Every time I talk about the Shield, I have to say it like that, guys. Because it just sounds so badass. Now, with the Shield, they fight the injustice that is John Cena. They fight the injustice of the people that are always in the main event or get something that they don't deserve. And that's what I love about the Shield, you know. But Shield, they're awesome. 3-man bam, baby! I love Heath Slater. I wish he'd get like a fucking world title run, but it will never happen in this universe. But 3MB, Jobber Band, you know, they just there to put over other tag teams. Let's talk about Tamina and AJ Lee. AJ Lee is my girlfriend, and Tamina, she carries my bags. Sorry to break it to you guys, but AJ Lee is mine. Now, with AJ Lee, she is the best thing that has happened to the Divas division since Trish and Lita. Well, since Mickie James. And, you know, I like this tag team because it's actually a build in the Divas division, you know. They're actually building them up, and I'm happy the Total Divas is around because since that show is popular, they're actually using all the Divas, you know. And if there wasn't that show, it'd probably just be AJ feuding with a random Diva every month. But Tamina's there with AJ, and with that, it can kind of, like, spark up a feud, AJ, Tamina versus, you know, everybody else, so. Next one I want to talk about is Ryback and Curtis Axel. Pretty much, Ryback, Axel got dumped by Paul Heyman. No longer Paul Heyman, guys. They've been teaming for a couple of weeks now. Well, literally like a month. But you know what I'm saying. Like, they've been in tag teams together for about a week now. They beat the Rhodes Brothers on SmackDown. And I hope they keep on pushing Ryback and Axel. Because this is a team that I think they can make a legitimate top team if they keep on pushing them. So, you know, that's pretty much all I can say about them. The Primetime Players, these guys are like Crime Time. Brooklyn. It's all about that money. Yeah. I love the Crime Time, but they never made it to the top, and I'm afraid that's what's going to happen to the Primetime Players. Because, you know, like 2-3 months ago, whatever it was, Darren Young came out saying, oh, I'm gay, they got a huge push, but they didn't win the titles, but you never know, guys. I hope they win the titles and they don't turn on like Crime Time, but whatever. The next guys are the Rhodes Brothers, Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Now, I love this tag team. I'm a huge fan of Cody and a huge fan of Goldust. You put those guys together, you have a great tag team. What is also awesome about this tag team is that they're actually brothers in real life. So, you know, it's kind of cool if you kind of think about it, you know. The next team is the Real Americans, in a loud, clear voice. Say it with me. We, the people. I love the Real Americans. You know, they're probably, well, you know what? They are my favorite current tag team. They beat the Shield, the Wyatts. They are the bomb. And the Real Americans, you know, they just don't like Mexicans sneaking across our borders and stuff like that. I find his heel promos, Zeb Coulter's heel promos, very, very funny. I don't know about you guys, but when he cuts his heel promos, I laugh my ass off. It is just so funny. But Real Americans are awesome. Antonio Cesaro and Jack Swagger are awesome. Let's talk about the Usos. I don't really care for the Usos. Well, I won't say that. I care for them, but they're kind of just there. I care, but they're there, if that makes any sense. That's pretty much, you know, there's really nothing special about them. I care about them, but they're just there, if you get what I'm saying. Alright, the Bella Twins, my girlfriend, and my other girlfriend, Brie and Nikki. The only reason they're even a tag team is because they're twins. If they were sisters in the WWE, they probably wouldn't really be a tag team. They'd just be going separate ways or whatever, but they're a cool team. I wish they were heels, because when they're heels, they can do the whole twin magic thing and win a match. I thought that was pretty cool. But nothing more to be said. Let's talk about Xavier Woods and R-Truth. They actually had a tag team in TNA, if you didn't know that. Fun fact. And, you know, Xavier Woods, I'm going to try to word this in the best way possible. He's a jobber that wins. There you go. He's a jobber that wins. Jobbers can win, like Los Matadores. They're jobbers, and they win. Now let's talk about the Los Matadores. They're jobbers, and they win. That's all you gotta know. The Wyatt family. And I only have a picture of Luke Harper and Eric Rowan here because Bray Wyatt's like the leader and he only gets his hands dirty when he has to. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, they do all his dirty work, if you get what I'm saying. And they're just awesome, you know, when you have that distorted video of the Wyatt, the sheep mask showing up and then they come out, you're like, oh my god, it's about to get awesome. Like, when you hear the Shield music, then you hear the Wyatt's music, you know, whenever you hear any of those, you just know it's about to hit the fan. So there's my little, quick review of all these current tag teams. You know, I really think the division is picking up, and I hope it keeps on adding teams. I know Davey Richards and some other independent wrestler, I forgot who it was, but they just made their debut on NXT like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, as the American Wolves or something like that. There are a couple other teams down in NXT. I hope WWE keeps their word and does what they say they're going to do, and that's make 2014 a very tag team heavy year. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me your thoughts on the tag team division below, and thank you for watching.